do I need to put on? Do not disturb. Why is it still doing it then? Oh, is it because it's on Instagram? The other day, what was it on settings?
I think that's still set, you'll be fine.
We just came up saying someone had mentioned us in their story.
Jen, you stood right in front of the camera.
Disturb. Why is it still doing it then? Oh, is it?
Lord almighty. Oh dear me, woman.
You're evil.
Who we got online?
I don't know.
Wasn't me. Dear me, we're going to have issues here, aren't we? Everything's popping open. Can someone be on button watch? Who's number two? Who's number two? Who's online here? Oh.
Hello.
I know.
Is it yourself?
Yeah. Nope.
We're a bit early, aren't we? To be honest.
4 minutes.
Oh, why is that always wrong?
I don't know, it automatically says 9:41 and I worked out why. That's why I've hidden it on the YouTube one. A bit early, we'd be an hour and 20 minutes early if that was right.
How weird.
Hello, Rachel. I can't even speak. It's not a good start when I'm live on the internet. I feel like every time I read that somebody comes on that says wave, that I should just sit here like this. Like it's telling me what to do. Hello, everyone. Yay, we got a wave back. Small things. Can everyone hear me okay? Well, Jen can hear me, but she's sat next to me, so I'm not that surprised.
I'm doing thumbs up.
All right, okay. Can everyone hear me over on YouTube? isn't it? Can anyone see Ralph if I do that? Just. Hi Zoe, hi Harry, hi Emily.
Stu's on.
Ah, Stu, hello Stu.
What?
You're hitting the microphone with your mouse. Tried to be subtle and failed. Good morning, Rolf.
Rolf's on 2 layers.
Stu, I absolutely love your profile picture. That's a classic.
See?
No one could see that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I believe you. Hey. George is back there.
Hi, George. We definitely need some music, just to stop everyone just staring at me, looking gunless. Hi, Mel. I'll tell you what we need is coffee. What time are we on? 11 o'clock. Everyone's late today. Is everyone getting used to these long lines? Is that why? We're due 2 Amazon deliveries, so I really hope they don't come while we're online, because that would just be typical, wouldn't it? George has got tea, that's good.
Let me just check.
George has just sent some homework. Where did you send it, George? And all?
Oh, email.
Jen's on it, doesn't matter. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, there we are.
There we go, we've got an email coming through. Nice. Yeah, nice, like it. Beautiful. Yeah, perfect. That's a really good one there. The Eiffel Tower one's perfect, George, well done. Definitely understood the homework, which is really good. Is anybody else joining us live from bed?
Whoops.
Right, well, as it's gone 11, while waiting for everyone else, we're going to start with a little bit of a fun exercise. I would like everyone to tell me what they're most looking forward to right now. So that might be, once this is over, I'm out the screen, all right. Don't sit back, don't relax. Okay, so that might be once this is all over, or it might be what you're having for tea tonight, it might be something you're doing tomorrow, but we want to know what you are most looking forward to right now, because I think a bit of positivity definitely helps, keeps everyone interested. So just to start you all off, I'm most looking forward to going camping. Obviously once this is over, but camping. I love going camping, so it keeps me going, knowing I've got something to look forward to. And Emily says seeing us. You don't have to suck up to the teacher on this, Emily. You're miles away, but thank you. We're looking forward to seeing you too.
I'll see you soon on the old FaceTime.
Yeah. George is looking forward to his homework. Really? Oh, can't argue with that. So George has done PE and maths already today. That's quite impressive. It's only 11 o'clock. What are you doing? And Mel's only just woken up. So Mel's most looking forward to watching all the Disney. Got family time, no work. We have weekend family time too, every day. Go on, what's everyone else? YouTube, you're going to need to catch up. Stu's most looking forward to lunch. See, that's what I'm saying. Those little steps keep you going. Bit of positivity. Zoe says she's looking most forward to a family holiday once this is all over. And Lisa says giving everyone a hug. I like that. I'm kind of looking forward to hugging dogs in the park because I've been trying not to at the moment. Every time we're walking Ralph, I've been avoiding cuddling the dogs because I just think they might have germs or whatever. I don't know whether you're supposed to, but trying to be careful. Hi Lindy, lovely to see you. Sally's looking forward to going to the pub. Good shout. My bath bomb later when the baby's in bed. Perfect. Oh, of course. Harry wants some 20-inch pizza.
Order it in.
So, are we missing anyone? Do we need to wait any longer? Has everybody told us what they're most looking forward to? And those of you sat watching this on your TV who can't interact, I hope you've all discussed what you're most looking forward to after all this. If you're sat at school, then I'm guessing it's going home. Rebooking the holiday, yeah, that sounded like a common theme. So Stu's now watching us on both, and we've got Helen over on Instagram as well. Have we had everyone's... We're just discussing, for those of you who just joined, what you're most looking forward to after coronavirus stuff's over with. So I said I'm looking forward to going camping. Jen, what are you most looking forward to?
I think I'm looking forward to road trips, walking visiting new places.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Going somewhere that isn't your house or
holiday.
The supermarket.
Rebooking the holidays there. Definitely.
That is coming up again and again. Anyone else?
Moving house.
Yeah, see, we're supposed to have moved house last week. And so we're living out of boxes right now. So it was a bit strange that we had to kind of unpack a few things, trying to make this room, for example, livable. So we're not blessed with quite the beautiful weather we had last Friday where you could get out and take photos. So if it does start to rain, I'm guessing for some of these activities you're going to have to make do in the house a little bit. We've even had to put a light on to light me up because I was all dull. Right. So, we're going to get started if everyone's ready. Welcome to the Photography Club. So for those of you who didn't join in Friday or Tuesday, welcome. Thank you for joining in. You can join in at any point. It's lovely to have new people all the time. It's all about getting involved and interacting and everyone hopefully having some fun as well as learning a little bit. We're trying to teach things. This is effectively an art class, even though we call it photography. It can apply to anything. So most of what we're discussing will work on photography, art, illustration, design, textiles, everything. It's just the theories involved, but we're applying it to photography because it's what I know, and keeping it nice and fun. So I'm Gavin Rolfe. It's my wife and business partner Jenny Rolfe. And I don't know if anyone can see him. I'm going to leave him. We'll get him out in a little bit. But Rolfe is under there, sleeping.
As usual.
Even with the light, you can't see him, can you?
Chilling.
You going to wave, Rolfe?
Who's this?
We'll go for a walk later. There you go, if you could see him then. One way to get his head up. Wonderful, yeah. So we're Rolfe and Co-Photography, but this is the Photography Club. So if you're on already, it'd be great if you wouldn't mind sharing this. Whether that's on your Facebook, on your Instagram stories. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook event for this. So either of those can be shared. It's absolutely fine for people to join part way through. We'll try and I'll try and repeat myself as much as possible without boring you, so that other people can join in as we go along. Again, bear with us as last week. Hopefully we'll have no technical hitches. For some reason on Tuesday, we got kicked off YouTube about 3 times. I've had it running for 40 minutes now, so it's not gone. So in theory, we stay on YouTube. Instagram dies after an hour and we have to reconnect you. But all technical issues that we'll work around. Where there's a will, there's a way. The aim with this is, while we're on live today, you're going to produce some images for me. We're going to look at them as we go along, compare everyone's. Now, I appreciate that's not perfect for everyone, so not everyone's going to be able to do that. But what we're going to then do is look back on Tuesday at the images you've produced. So if you don't send them us today, that's absolutely fine, and you send them us over the weekend, and we'll show them on Tuesday instead. So what we did this Tuesday is we had this really good video going that everybody could watch. We'll put music on it this time because it got boring without music last time. And we talked about our favourites. The very, very favourite images are going through to the Photography Club champion at the end, and we will pick one person to win a goodie bag with some vouchers and things like that to be used after everything's over. But the plan is, as long as you're watching, to keep this going into the immediate future. So we'll be doing every Friday a new topic, and every Tuesday recapping that topic to make sure everyone's learnt things and done their homework, because obviously you've got to do homework. This week we're going to be discussing creating shape. So not just shape, it's about creating shape in images. So shape's a really good way of keeping extra interest in an image, so keeping it a bit more interesting. Most shapes will make an image bolder, more eye-catching, and give it a little bit more structure. So we'll look at some examples of why this happens as well in a bit. They'll also lead your eye through an image. You don't just want to see an image, you want your eye to go through an image. So these shapes are hopefully going to help direct your attention in an image. But this can work, again, like I said before, in anything. So whether you're designing a website or a flyer or you're painting a picture, all these things, shapes are going to work in those, and you'll see it throughout art as well. I always find very strong shapes, particularly some of the ones we're going to look at today, will always give things a bit more of a graphical feel in photography. So there's all going to be kind of quite dominant and strong, almost a kind of more artistic and planned look to it. So almost like you created that image, less that it's just happened. But shapes will always make it more eye-catching. So before I give you some examples, what did we say on Tuesday about creating shape? What did I say was the most common and easiest to find shape in images? And was this true in your homework as well? How did everyone find that? Hello to all the folks at Beautiful Dinosaur, and hello to the folks at Cherry Orchard if they're watching again. So that's probably a lot of information, a lot of me talking then for a minute. So this is the bit where you all get excited and enthusiastic and involved for me. Absolutely, Emma. Triangles. Triangles was what we said was the strongest. What else did everyone else find? Sorry, what else did everyone find in their homework, shapes-wise? Did we find any other shapes?
Well, what have we got from these guys? Semicircles.
So there's some great ones. So we're just looking at what the Maddox sent across before. If you go to the bottom for me, Jen, sorry.
Yeah.
So we've got triangles, semicircles, squares, diamonds there. Got rectangles, circles, squares, circles and squares again there. Triangles and circles. Semicircles look lovely. I'm seeing quite a lot of semicircles I didn't really look at. Okay, what's everyone else found? A broken semicircle. Well done, George. He accepted the challenge. That's brilliant. Harry's saying he found circles. Stu apparently found a rhombus. Could you send that to us, Stu, so we can see the rhombus you found in a photo? I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. I just want to see it. So Sally found rectangles, semicircles and squares. What have we got?
Dom,
you found a trapezoid. Could you send us that? So we're available right now. I've got Instagram, Facebook, and email open on the iPad. So hopefully, if you send us stuff, I can get that straight away. Come on, guys. What else have we seen? Did everyone do their homework? That's the question. Did anybody find anything like stars or spirals in their research?
Rose is a diamond.
The other window. Diamond is a rhombus. Yes. Thank you, Zoe. Wonderful. Right then. So, has everyone got a pen and paper to hand? Or something that will substitute as a pen and paper? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some pictures on screen. I'd like you to draw the basic shapes that you can see in each image as I bring it up. And we'll see whether we got the same ones. Emma says she found spirals as well. That's good. Oh yeah, hearts. I think I saw in quite a lot of people's homework that they sent me. The hearts were quite common, which is lovely to see as well. Hello to the folks at Tunnicliffe, if they're still on. They did all the signage on our car. So, is everyone ready with a pen and paper? So the first one, I don't know how easily you can see this over on Instagram. Is this amazing picture of a husky we took in the studio. We need to draw the shapes you can see in this image. Would it be easier if I brought it a little bit closer for Instagram for a second? I just ran out of wire.
It's caught on my chair. There we go.
Does that help? Right, everyone, let me know when you've drawn that. Say hello, Ralph.
Ralph, what's this up here?
Sorry, YouTube, you're missing out here. Go for a walk later.
Oh.
Okay. One last look at that for you, Instagram. Obviously, way easier for you over on YouTube. Can everyone give me a thumbs up to say they've managed to draw that? Emily's managed to draw it. And Harry. Beautiful dinosaur with us. Have you managed to get the kids to do this with you as well? Well, I'm assuming probably just Margot and not Lemmy. Hopefully. One, George, you've got it. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to move on. We're going to have a look at the shapes that we've done here. And hopefully YouTube will have caught up by the time. I think they're about 30 seconds behind today, which is always good. So these are the shapes I found doing it. And I'm going to again zoom in over for Instagram so you can have a look. Jen. Just keep it this side. There we go. So exactly what we were talking about with all the triangles. But it's an interesting one to look at this because, well, these are the shapes that are already there. If we were to turn the dog's head at all, we'd probably lose 90% of those shapes because they're all formed by the symmetry. They're all formed by the fact the dog is perfectly straight on. So it's a really good one to look at. That it's just that decision to keep everything very central is what creates the shape rather than the shape already being there. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. I think Jen's going to be absolutely tangled up by the end of this. Wonderful. Did everybody get it right? What did everyone have? So the good question is, did anyone have more than what I got there? My tummy's making noises. I'm really sorry, everyone. Was yours doing it as well?
Mine, isn't it?
No, that was fine.
It was definitely mine at the same time then.
Yeah, you guys got triangles as well. Over on YouTube, did you guys get any different shapes? You could argue that there's a couple of circles in there as well. To me, the triangles were what are making that image, what are dominant in it. Right then. I'm going to assume YouTube got it right. It's a striking image. Thank you very much. Come on, YouTube. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with what everyone's writing. Emily got triangles in the neck. Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely. Harry, I oversimplified it to an upside down arrowhead. What do you mean by an arrowhead? Do you mean with a triangle coming into it?
I think it's just from the top of there down up.
Right, see what you mean.
Narrow one.
Which is, yeah, it's the same thing. It's still, that's three triangles joined, isn't it, really?
So you've got a rectangle.
George, circles as well as an abundance of triangles. I think that kind of summarises that image, definitely. Abundance of triangles.
My mum's already got rectangle. And Emma.
Can you tell me where you saw the rectangles, guys, just to help everyone out? If you include the neck, you have a rectangle. Sorry, Zoe, I didn't read that. Yeah, that's really true. You've got a nice, perfect rectangle there, which is then broken down into your triangles, like Emily said there. Yeah, excellent. Love it. Right, let's have a look at the next one, shall we then? So this was one I think a few people had in their homework, so I thought it was a good one to include and saved me some work, so thank you. There's you doing your homework before I've written the lesson, that's good. Right, I'm going to have to bring this camera over again, aren't I, for Instagram. Hello. So with this one, there's probably lots you can read into it like the last one. To me, there's one shape there. Just draw that one shape and we'll be happy because that's what's kind of creating the image. It's the one we're looking for. Or that one can be split into three, so that's fine too. George, what they were sort of saying with the neck was that the dog's neck formed from using the chin and the neck, kind of the space left over. It was that there was two triangles either side there. Is everyone drawing this for me? So one of the things I want you to take from looking at images like this is how those shapes are being created. So again, obviously with the dog, you've got the shapes already there. It's just taking the photo in the way to create that shape. With this, it's what's creating the shape, and it's those lines and just putting those in exactly the right place. So that shadow, that kind of thing. Okay, let's bring this back over for a minute just while I get the next one up. So has everyone got that? Has everyone done the drawing before I move it on? Hello, Emily Dickinson as well. How are we doing? We ready? Thumbs, waves, smiles. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We ready? I'm going. There we go. So to me, while there are other shapes there, it's just all about the simplicity of that shape.
Where are people getting the rectangles from?
Yeah, can someone tell me where we're seeing rectangles? I'm quite happy to be wrong. I just want to make sure we all know. Really glad to see Lisa has worked out commenting on YouTube for us. So join in today. I'm going to put that back so I can look. But yeah, I think you can get 2 more triangles in here, and then you can get multiple different shapes by using kind of the negative space in here as well. But those kind of main 3 are the important ones, really. Rectangles, anyone? The stick. The stick is a rectangle. Yeah, that's a good point. Fair enough. Right, did everyone get that in general? All right.
Oh, I see. It's the stick and the shadow.
Yeah, it's 3 rectangles, isn't it? Yeah.
Check that.
Right then, so I'm going to go on to the next one. Hopefully, nice easy one for you here. I'm just going to grab that. I feel like I need a 3rd camera. Right, folks, get drawing for me. Yeah, that's fine.
Hello. Checking this. On YouTube, isn't it?
So what shapes is everyone seeing in this image? Can we draw them for me? I hope this one was a little bit easier for you. Pop that down for a second. Ah, interesting, Dom. I didn't put those. Yeah. Got the expert in negative space, which we will talk about in a second, guys. Don't worry. I'm using words there I haven't explained yet. And everyone give me a prod when we're ready to go. It's interesting to look at things, how other people are seeing them.
Cluster of circles.
Cluster of circles. Excellent, George.
Emma's found a triangle.
Emma, where's the triangle?
I think I might know.
Is it... Can you see me all right? Is it this here?
I think it's
Ah, yeah, the legs are forming a triangle as well. I mean, the whole thing sits symmetrically always in between triangles, but one large cylinder, yeah, I can't argue with that. Just wait for Emma to, because again, YouTube are behind. His legs, yeah. Perfect, Emma. Yeah, I agree. Right then. So, yeah. I literally just drew the circles. George prodded me. Thank you. That's good. Yeah, again, sometimes it's the obvious ones, but it's great to see everyone picking it out and getting the whole point of it and understanding what we're talking about. So, perfect. Right then. This one, there is a lot of shapes in this. I started drawing them and then run out of space on the page. So if everyone wants to tell me if there's any I've not seen, but yeah. I mean, we could do one of those exercises where you just put that on the wrong camera.
Oops! I spun it round.
There we go. This could be one of those exercises where you could count how many of this shape can you see in this image, but we won't go to that lengths. If anyone wants to afterwards count, I'll post it on the Facebook group and we can see who can get the most shapes out of it. But I think we'll be talking in the hundreds. So for anyone else who's just joined, we're drawing the shapes you can see in this image. I wouldn't go too far on it. We want the basic shapes you can see in this image. Who hired this cameraman?
Mum's on it there. Well done, Mrs. Rolfe. I mean, Mrs. Byron even.
Oh dear. Have some coffee. Have some coffee. There you go.
Thank you. No, no. This is why I don't talk.
Triangles, rhombuses, rectangles. Excellent, George. He's getting it. Is everybody following what we're doing with these as well? We're not just drawing someone else's picture. The idea I'm trying to get across is that these images have been planned, that people have designed the images to look like they look. So, for example, the one we looked at the start of the dog, obviously I shot it so I know what I planned, is I knew if I got symmetry that the triangles of the face and the ears, her face and her ears I should say, were going to be really strong. Obviously some of the others kind of fall into place afterwards, but it's a conscious thought that you're trying to create that shape when you create the image. So it's not finding a shape and taking a picture of it, it's creating a shape. So even if that's, I'm going to do this on camera at a time, having something, so Instagram first, where are we? Sticking into an image like this, that part, that extra thing that you've got sticking in, let's try it over here on YouTube, is creating a triangle, even though I'm using something rectangular to do it. So it's making a decision to create a shape in an image. So you're not just pointing a camera and clicking, you're looking at what you're taking and you're creating a shape within that image. So you can clearly tell, and this is a really great one because somebody has looked up, planned, turned their camera and got it to the exact angle to get the shapes that they want. Because as soon as they turn that a little bit more, we've lost all the triangles and suddenly we've only got rectangles. And this image is half as good. So I'm assuming, as I've whittled on for a little bit there, everybody's had a chance to catch up. Rhombi is a good word, Dom. I mean, yeah, as I said, I started doing this and got so many shapes and just decided that I was going to run out of space. But there's a lot of different shapes there. I mean, every single, I've divided these into halves as well as triangles this way, and then you've got these trapezoids going this way. Is that right? Something like that. Mm-hmm. And then each one of these has got another little triangle and another little rectangle in, so you've got so many there. Did everyone get something close to that? An exclamation mark, but no explanation. Go on, talk to me, chaps. What have we got? Did that make sense, what I just whittled on about to everyone as well? Did they understand? because that's going to be very, very important in a moment. We're going to do one more of these, and then you're going to do the even more practical bit. More or less. Which bit was less, George? Tell me, and I'll keep talking. Just while we're waiting for that, now's probably a good time to explain. On Tuesday, what we do is we go back through everyone's images, talk about them, look at what we learned, and a bit of a recap. So we're not just learning it once, we're learning it twice, because everyone will remember things a little bit better. But also found this Tuesday wasn't enough going on, so we wanted to add something in extra. Me and Jen are going to answer some questions about what we do in photography, so please send some questions in. This is a great opportunity for anyone who is watching on YouTube and not interacting live, or people who are watching afterwards. Send us a question, send it either via email to info@rolfandco.com, send it to us on Facebook, or send it to us on Instagram. We'll answer all of the above, and let us know what you think you'd like to know about us. You know, it could be a simple question as how did we get into photography? It could be what's our favourite thing to photograph? Anything like that. You know, where we want to talk to you, want to help, and kind of keep some interest in there as well. So send those across. Right, have we got everybody caught up? Sneaky background, left side triangle. That's a mouthful. Yes, George, it is. That's a good example of one that we're going to look at next, where you're creating shape in negative space. So that's a good question, George, because it leads me perfectly onto the next image. So we're looking at shapes created in nothing. So negative space is space with nothing in it, yet still that negative space is a shape. So if we go, oh, hello, I'm going too far. Oh no.
Oh my.
Technology, where are we? There we go. So you're looking at your negative space, is that these are still triangles, just created by the other thing. So there's nothing in this, so it's negative space. This is positive space. This negative space is still a shape. So you've seen this already. There is shapes created by the negative space in this image. So draw it. Tell me what you see, guys. It should be a fairly straightforward one, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 core shapes in this image. So if we could draw those 7 core shapes, and just demonstrating how 4 of them, I had to count then, 4 of them are created only using negative space. So there's no actual thing in those shapes. They're created by something else. I'm going to have to look over here because Jen's gone off screen trying to help someone get on. Is my favourite shape a triangle, Stu? I don't know whether it's my favourite, but definitely use it a lot. I think they're one, isn't it, in architecture, they're the strongest shape or something like that. And I think you find that in photos, you just see them over and over again. I think because they're quite strong, they're always very dominating and they always give you a very strong graphical look. So I find something like a triangle in a black and white image will always give you a very striking image, so hence the dog I used to start with. I can't read what anyone's saying. Someone's just messaged us on the website asking how to get on, so I think Jen's just sorting him out quickly. have YouTube back, please? Swipey, swipey. That's it. Here we go. No one, it's not YouTube. I was looking for its Instagram. There we go. Wonderful. So has everybody drawn the shapes we can see in this image? Are we all there? Obviously, again, those who are watching live but aren't able to interact, we are with you. And I know you're joining in and you're having a good go at this. So hopefully everyone's managed that. Right, I didn't bring that up close for you guys on Instagram, did I? Relying on it being obvious from that distance. Has everyone got that? So did everyone see us in the Macclesfield Express? We managed to get a little interview in last week to get us in there, which was really nice. So thank you to Alex for putting us in there. Incidentally, did anybody see us in that and are watching live now? Right, I think everybody's there with us, aren't they? So, just one moment. I'm just going to reply. Sorry, we get things while we're kind of on here. It's hard to reply quickly. Oh, there we go. Amazon delivery. And Jen's tied up in a wire.
I'm trapped.
I think we can have a break for a second. I've got you, Ralph. Right, come here, Ralph. Let's pick him up for a second. You can say hello to everyone while the delivery man's here. Exciting. Sandpaper. Right, Ralph, sit down. Sit down, mister. Alright then, where are we?
Coming back in. Whoop. Whoop.
Right, so everyone should have that by now. I'll give you loads of time there. So, I'm going to look. Did I say 7? Yeah, 7 core shapes we have there. Oh, Ralph, you're awkward. There we go. So now I know George said about 3/4 circles. And this is again what I'm saying about the negative space. These circles, while you only see 3/4 of it, in your eye you know they're circles, so they're implying circles. So that's that negative space working for you. We then have this giant triangle here, created by, as I said, that negative space. So while there's nothing there, our eyes clearly see that triangle. Now, this picture is a very, very obvious example of how to do that. It's a lot more subtle than that, but it still does it. And then obviously in each of these, we've got this extra triangle. So all of this, we have 4 different shapes here, created using the negative space. And as I said, yeah, the circles, well, you're right, George, they are 3/4 circles. Your eye completes them. You still know that they are circles. Right, Ralph, you're going to have to get down, mister. Oh, hello.
Hooked.
And he's straight back in his bed. There we go. Right then. So, from what we've just looked at, what you did in your homework and your research, what are other good ways we could create shapes in images? So what could you use? How could you take a photo of something? So this is ideas, we are going to be doing this in a minute, ideas of how you create shapes using your images. So what tools could you use in a photo to create a shape in an image? So what other things could you be using rather than just having a shape in there? What could you do to create a shape?
I've got an idea.
Shadows or mirrors, love it. That's, yeah, really great way of doing it. Mirrors are always good because they're already a strong shape generally. You know, usually you've got sharp edge on a mirror, so you've got that kind of diagonal in there that could be creating a triangle. But shadows is a really, really great way of doing it. If we want to go to the extreme, there we go, we've got Alan on. Glad we got you there, Alan. If you want to go to the extreme with shadows, Lee Friedlander famously did what we'd probably call selfies nowadays, using his own shadow. Well, he did it with other things as well, but quite often he was taking a photo of his shadow onto something, and he's creating that shape. He's not taking a photo of himself, he's taking a photo of him in something else. So there's lots of people doing it. Henri Cartier-Bresson always used to do it, and there's the famous one of someone perfectly captured running across some water, or between two pieces of I think it's fence or something in water, and you're getting that perfect triangle of his legs. So there's some good examples. What did everyone else find?
Done.
Sorry, where are we? Angles, perspectives is a really, really great way of doing it, definitely. You know, just by looking up, you could be creating a triangle instead of a rectangle. So a building, if you're looking up at it, is naturally going to do this, whereas if you're looking straight, it's doing this. So you're getting a different shape, and as we said, that triangle is going to be stronger and more interesting than that rectangle, which is what you already had. Several different objects in a formation, absolutely, George. Yeah. Movement and long exposure, definitely, Stu. So whereas if you were taking, say, light trails with a car, so to keep that simple for everyone, if you do a long exposure on in the dark of a car, you get a nice long line of their lights. Whereas you just get the car, which is a boring shape. Instead, you're suddenly getting lines going like this, creating triangles and lines in the image. Yeah, I think everybody's really grasped that, so that's perfect. Right then. So, the first task. This is where you guys all scurry off. I don't know about everywhere else, but we've got a little bit of sun here all of a sudden. So maybe we can do it outside. But we want at least one circle in an image. So you're going to go out, take a picture, send it us, at least one circle in that image. Now I find the best way to do this is going to be, if that's the only shape in the image, this is what we're going to keep it really simple for this task. So I've got an inspiration shot for you all. I'll bring that up on Instagram in a moment so we can see it. We're looking for circles or circle in your images. So we're going to give it about 5 minutes for everyone to run around the house and create some circles for us. So if I bring this over for folks on Instagram, feel free to screenshot that if you want it for inspiration. But a perfect example of an image with lots and lots and lots and lots of circles. Well, George, I think you're over in Macclesfield. We're in Manchester, so two different towns. So I don't know whether you've got different weather to us, but there we go. Has everyone got that? Okay. If anyone wants to see that again, they're welcome to. I just can't be bothered to hold the camera there all that time. Yes, I'm afraid, George, we were due to move to Macclesfield last week, but got stuck in Manchester for another few weeks now. Yes, the sun did come out briefly for us there. Oh, there's a big triangle on YouTube, lovely. My conch. Jen's gone. So have we got anyone new this week that wasn't with us last Friday or Tuesday? It's the same thing where everyone goes quiet because they're out taking pictures. I'm glad you are. I'm not complaining. Do you want to go have a go?
What? Take a picture? I was thinking that. I haven't got anything to take a picture of.
Use this if you want. I got nothing. I just can't control anything. Jen's going to go and have a go and join in for a minute. But it doesn't matter what camera you're shooting on. I really don't care what quality's like or anything like that. Jen's going to use our, 6-year-old iPad to do it. It won't be good quality, but it's all about creating the images. It doesn't matter what you're doing it on. As long as we can... Digital's going to be easier, obviously. We don't have to wait 3 months to get your pictures back. You sleeping down there, mister? Yeah, okay. I'll leave you. So hopefully, I was worried it was going to be raining, and this is actually quite a good one to go outside. I mean, I'm just looking out the window now, and I can see hundreds of triangles already, so it's... Outside's good, but I'm sure you're all going to create wonderful ones inside. Now, I think the challenge to kind of elevate what you did last week, just looking through everything, was the images that worked best were the ones that didn't have any other distractions in them. So there's some where we just had those colours just perfectly in there. There was others where there was just some other ones sneaking in. So this is where we need to think about with the shape of just choosing to crop those out of that image. So just take that little bit of a step closer so that you're losing the extra funny little zigzag shape in there, that you're just getting those dominant shapes that you wanted to create in an image. Lovely. Keep going. Yeah, so obviously this one's a good example because in nature you get those circles and things like that very naturally. You don't get as many straight lines obviously in nature, so it's a little bit tougher. If people are done and back and sent, let me know. We had a little question at the start of what you're most looking forward to. So if you want to add to that, if there's anyone who didn't tell us, trying to work with positivity here, keeping everyone interested. Had a client contact us yesterday who wanted to get their images a little bit earlier, so they had some digital images we could send over to them. So they paid up earlier than they meant to, just because they wanted the positivity, and we love that. It's so nice to have. I think having something to look forward to when you're so bored makes such a difference. So little things are good, even if it's just a glass of wine this evening. Kids going to bed, I'm sure that's the case. Hopefully I'm distracting some of the kids for a little bit for you. We're going to show off Jen's examples first because she's here with us. Is that for later? We're doing circles now, you know that, right?
Oh yeah, that's later then.
Jen's already read the keynote, so she knows what's coming next, so she's shot them so she doesn't have to go outside. I mean, I can't argue with her. Oh, that's a good one, and that wasn't yours. I just found an old one of mine, there we go, by accident. Yeah, well, I'm not going to show Jen's, we're going to show mine. Found that old one using a lens ball. I can't see Jen.
Huh?
Oh, I'm going to move this around to make sure you can see it. Right, we'll actually show Jen's this time rather than me cheating and bringing up the wrong one. Wrong way around. What are we doing? What did she do? Circles. Lovely.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
No, I can't hold the iPad. There we go. Circles. Can everyone see that?
This way. I don't know.
Right. Let's see what everyone else has found. Where did I get? I got a message from Stu. Where was that? Was that Instagram?
Stu sent a rhombus. No, that is not.
I'm only going to show them if they're actually right, guys. There we go. Stu, perfect. Oh, I like that. I like both of them. That's great. So that's a good example of creating a shape, because from a lot of other angles that might not have created a circle. It would have done obviously from the main image, but you've got the extra circles in there. So you've got what, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 circles in there. So that's a good example. So I'd have been interested with this one, Stu, because it is just pictures of circles rather than creating circles, possibly to crop in, can I zoom on here? I don't know whether I can very well. I can try. Of chopping them off so you've got lots of semicircles instead might work better, so that you're creating different shapes rather than just the shapes that were found there. Right, what else? We've got loads coming through here, so let's try and keep up.
Really coming through.
Instagram. Oh God, Lisa's on it. Right. So again, still got found shapes a little bit. I think these, if we can get even more over the top and get really pronounced circles, because they are already circles, just kind of keeping that strong shape in it would work even better. And what have we got? Can I swipe through? In fact, there's loads of circles going on in that one. And Forky making an appearance and everything. There we go, we've got a load of circles. Oh, we need to keep up here. Sorry if I'm doing these in different orders. That's really nice, I like that. There's loads of circles going on there.
Oh, the live.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, shared story as well. You're gonna do. Sorry, we just lost Instagram. Is that an hour already? Oh, yeah, it was an hour already. Sorry about that.
Just downloading it. That's not quick.
Sorry, YouTube. I will keep talking in a moment. We're just waiting for Instagram to come back on live.
Back on.
We're back on. Welcome back, Instagram. There we go, that's our inspiration. We'll pop it down there and I can just talk about this picture for a sec. Okay, so this one Zoe sent in is exactly what I was talking about. It's creating circles. So this, because you've got the reflections, you're creating loads and loads of extra circles going around into the bottom. It's photoed down into a glass, I'm pretty sure, anyway. That's really interesting, I like that. Right, I need to catch up because I've got loads more here, I think. Where are they? It said 6-year-old iPad, it's taking forever. Come on. Have we got any in the emails?
Yes.
Okay, I'll open them, it's fine. I'm kind of going through these as I get to them. Come on.
What's this? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, actually, I really like that. That's... Ooh. Okay, so he sent it on both to confuse me. Hello everyone, back on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. And if you're new, we are currently taking pictures of circles. So we're creating images of circles. Okay, so we've got that one from Emma as well there. Sorry, I didn't hold that up for very long. Nearly dropped it, that's why. There we go. All right, and emails. Let's just go into those and see what everyone's sent across. We have circles, yay, from George. Let's start with that. Right, there we go. This one's from George. So George, I'm going to challenge you to, when you get a chance in a little bit, to send me one of the... No, sorry, to retake that image, because I think you can do the same thing, slightly better. And what we want to do is get right over the top of those circles to make sure they are perfect. And by including the edges, I think you can create, where are we, a circle of the whole thing, becomes one implied circle as well. So that would be a great one for that, but you don't have to do it straight away. That was just a little bit of constructive criticism, but it's perfect. You're definitely getting the idea. Lovely, Sally. There we go. Perfect. Right then, let me get back on Keynote. I apologise if I've missed any there. We'll come back to some as they come in as we go through. But let's get you on to the next task. So I think just looking at it, the ones that have worked best are the ones where, rather than photographing a circle that's already there, you're creating loads and loads more. Or one more, whichever. Just creating that shape using other things. So if you can use a different shape to create it, it seems to work best. So we're going to move on to triangles. So as we said, most common shape. You tend to see it loads and loads in photography. But obviously it's not something that naturally occurs. So this is going to be even more a case of creating that shape. So again, going to have about 5 minutes. Going to go out, take some pictures of triangles, send them over to us. Which one did I do for inspiration? Ah, that's a great one. I will get that up on Instagram in a second for everyone. But you can see here, and this is going to be where going outside, as long as it doesn't rain, is perfect. Where you are going to be able to create triangles with straight lines from all sorts of different things. So we want to think about what angle you're taking it from, what height. Just think about how you're creating that shape in the image. So if I zoom in on this one for Instagram. Cool. Just going to bring Jen over with it. So we have loads and loads and loads and loads of triangles, but these converging lines are all creating triangles. So you've got triangle, 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 and these are all triangles as well. But yes, you've got some found triangles, but you're creating more with other shapes. So that's what we're aiming to do. At least one triangle, but more is even better. And yeah, like I said, I think keeping it simple and just about that shape seems to be what's going to work best for this. Let's just tie Jen up again. Where are we at? Sorry, I've not missed what everyone's saying. Let's have a look. I think, how many did we have? It was 6 in the other one, wasn't it? I think 4 cakes can still make a triangle. Or if you eat one, Sally, 3 is even better. We make a triangle with those, don't we? 3 cakes. 3 cakes with bites out of does the one we did with the kiwi. I can never criticise someone eating cake. That seems to be a good decision to me. Hello everyone who's just joined new. Apologise for losing you from Instagram there. But what we're doing now is going out. We're taking 5 minutes to take pictures of creating triangles. So this one I've got behind me is the perfect image to look at. So we're finding other shapes that create triangles and we're keeping it really simple in the image. So I'm looking out my window and I can see, without even moving, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roofs creating triangles. But not only are they creating triangles on their own, they're then creating triangles with each other, so from behind. So you've got extra triangles. I can then see fences, sheds, windows, all of which creating triangles with each other. So that's the challenge. I'm sure this should be the easiest one, is all I'm saying. But easy sometimes makes it more challenging because I'm going to expect even better from you. Oh, we got more come in.
Don't know.
Let's have a look.
Yes.
People are right on it. I'm going to bring Jen's up in a minute because I know she...
Mum's on it with the
right.
triangles. Oh, that one's nice.
Here we go. Perfect. Lisa, straight away.
Stu's got a good one.
Hang on. I need to rotate the screen. Can't see anything. Lisa sent another one for circles there. That's absolutely...
It's triangles, isn't it?
No, the first one's circles. Oh, circles and triangles, even better. Okay, I'm going to have to show you like this. Everything's going mad on the iPad. She's gone away to do triangles, I think, because she's looking at these lovely... Can everyone see this? I'm going to stand up. As we've got these lovely little triangles coming up in the refractions here, but these are circles here as well. So this is what I was talking about with the circles, is it's creating those circles. Perfect triangles. Love that picture because that's so simple, but it's just very graphic. It's getting those really strong lines. Same again, Lisa, that's perfect. Love that. You've got triangle here, triangle here, triangle here, triangle here, triangle here. You've got loads. I could just keep going, couldn't I? Let's have a look. What else have we got? Can everyone see all right? Am I view-wise okay?
Stu's got a nice one.
Stu's got a nice one, apparently. Yes, absolutely. See, everyone's getting this even better now, aren't they? Again, really strong shapes. And you're just creating them with other shapes, which I really like. Even down to the little one in the bottom corner, which is really nice. And then even here, you've got this tiny little one here. And you're implying them in these different spaces as well, because this negative space that we talked about here is a triangle as well. All right, let me see what else I can find before I talk about, something isn't working. Thank you.
Tom sent something good ones.
Where's that?
On Facebook.
On Facebook. You're reading them, so it's not showing up.
Right. First one's cool.
Yes, Dom. Again, the shadows is a really great way of doing this, especially if you've got... We haven't got any sun. Yeah. And so this is a good one, actually, to look at, because this is the decision I was talking about, is that you could quite easily, if you take this picture without tilting the camera, what we're going to get is some squares. By turning it, we turn them into triangles. And again, you're getting this negative space implying them. Somebody hasn't taken the protective corners off their frames, though. And then you're getting all these extra little ones appearing because of it.
It's an extra triangle, yeah.
It is an extra triangle. I'm not going to argue about that.
There's more on there.
There is. Sorry, I'm going to the most recent ones.
That one. No.
Nice, yeah. There we go. That's great. Some people are creating some beautiful images here. Lovely. This is great because actually, while the subject of this is triangles, but they were already triangles, it's these extra triangles here. More's come up. These extra triangles created by the subject, and even you've got the converging lines here creating these extra triangles. There we go. Just as simple as overlapping a couple of things is creating, yes, these are triangles, but what we're actually getting is these really strong ones in that negative space we talked about. You guys are going to be seeing triangles forever now, everywhere. Stu's got another one, has he? Sorry. Yeah, lovely. That negative space at the bottom, this top, I was looking upside down, is lovely. Everywhere you look, you're going to see triangles. Sorry. Have I missed any? Email, okay. I haven't even gone on Instagram yet, so let's go. Yes, George. I can see it over there. I'll bring it up. Hang on. Lovely, George. You're getting that perfectly.
That is Instagram, by the way.
Was I on Instagram?
Yeah, this is Instagram.
Oh, confusing myself. Here we go. So George has sent this one through with a load of triangles on. So now he's pointed out the sneaky shed triangle, which I love, up here. Now, all of these cupcakes are creating these little corner triangles, and you've got the lovely one underneath as well. Then you've got the fence creating them as well. That's really good. Thank you, George. Insta. What have we got on Insta? Have I missed some?
No new ones has come through as well.
Ah, there we go. Emma, I knew I'd missed you. Lovely. That's perfect, Emma. Yeah, you got that. And what I love is that you've created these, which is brilliant, but you've kept triangles in here as well. I'm really not sure if I'm on screen. Yeah, so you've got all these tiny triangles. It's a phone case or iPad case or something, I'm guessing. Lovely triangles in there, but you're creating them here as well. So you've got loads of sneaky ones, kind of, as George put it, getting their way in there. Is there any more I've missed before we move on?
I don't think so. Not really.
Good. Right. I apologise again if I've missed any. But everybody, that is probably the best little section of the 2 weeks we've had. Everyone's got that straight away, which I'm really happy about. Either I'm explaining it well or you're all already there. We'll go with me. Right then, moving on. This is probably going to be the hardest. So, let's see what everyone can do with this. I'm excited to see the results. Negative space. So this is what we talked about, where we're creating a shape just in the negative space. I'm trying to think of a good example. I'll use these examples to show you. There's a bit of inspiration. You're using something else to create just a shape in the middle, and we don't want any other shapes, just one really strong shape created using negative space. So a really simple way of doing it might be just as much as holding your hands out like this, and this is your negative space in the middle. Even if it's at the sky or something like that, you're creating a shape. If I show Instagram, just garrotting Jen there. These are gorgeous, really, really lovely images, and they're so simple and clever. A lot of storytelling in something like that. I'm not expecting this, by the way, guys. I'm just giving you some inspiration of what we're looking for. So all that shape, the shape is only in the middle. So you've got the famous, it's an optical illusion, isn't it, where two faces facing towards each other, and they create a vase in the middle. That vase is negative space. I could have used that just as well here, but I love these. So we're looking to create shape into negative space. Back. I hope everyone's running around getting some exercise while they're doing these. Just out of curiosity then, how easy did people find these ones to see what the subject is? Because I know some people will see the outside before they see the inside and vice versa. And you used to know someone who couldn't see a bat in the Batman logo, which is a great example because that is something created in the negative space. But she could only ever see the bit around the edge and she couldn't work it out. So I know different people see things like that differently, but I'd be curious to see how everyone finds it. All right, Stu's way in there. Yeah. Yeah, so Stu's created just using, oh, we can't click on them on here, I don't know why. So just creating with the negative space. I'd be almost interested to crop in tighter. So you've got the edge of the curtains and then the bottom of the frame is here and the top of the frame is here. So you go really tight and you've just got two triangles creating a negative space. Because actually the window frame then creates more. Oh, and he sent more through. That's lovely. Clever. Got more coming through. You're all on it today. Lovely, yeah. Got a nice little star shape created in the negative space there. And that's what I was saying. That's the simplicity of that is what's going to work best. So if we can kind of break our images down to the kind of bare elements of what you're looking at and zoom in or get over the top and really keep close into that, it's going to work very best. I'm not sure if that's doing it, but it's cute anyway, so. There's Maya. Ralph's best friend, isn't it? Your cousin. Go away.
It's kind of the opposite, really.
We got any more?
Here we go, an email.
Email, right. Trying to show everyone here what Sally sent across.
That's cool. She's doing it here.
Yeah, that's nice. Sorry, Sally, they come up over here first, so I'm seeing them and then I'm not showing anyone. There we go. Yeah, so you've got your negative space in here, creating that lovely little arrow shape.
Another one.
Going to be honest with you, Sally. I think George has done a better job of that than you. because that's simpler. I think the simplicity of that's what really works. So yeah, perfect negative space. It's amazing what you can do with what's not in a photo rather than what is in it. Oh, Dom, like that. Dom, I've got a challenge for you there, just for everyone else as well. Can you do the same shot again for me, but close up? Crop it if you want, because that is absolutely perfect. It's exactly what we're looking for. The subject isn't the shape, the space in the middle is the shape. Ah, Emma, you're getting it there, that's brilliant. Such a simple idea. Where are we? Have I got them all there? Cool, let's have a look. What's everyone saying?
Sending pictures.
Yeah, everyone's just sending them. Guessing most of you seem to be on YouTube. Doesn't matter about your camera quality, Dom. Bad workman and all that. Oh my god. Okay, Instagram's going mad. Sorry, guys. Everyone's coming at the same time there. Lovely, Ronzo. And actually, I'd say the same thing as Dom. If we can lose, this side is distracting for me. If we can keep it to just that triangle, somehow, even if it's just losing the bottom half as well, so we're going really tight, I think that negative space becomes stronger. Lisa's on it. Lovely. Yep. So we've got negative space caused by the leaves, creating some triangles there. And again, yeah, so I suppose the pergola beams are creating the shape, but it's all in the negative space in the middle. Lovely. Sorry, I haven't looked at that one. That's really good, because actually, if we can lose that top bit, that's quite distracting for me. But these two really strong triangles created by the negative space again. Lovely.
Because it's cropping over there.
Yeah, I think like we said about the decision making, so your decision to lose some part of an image is going to make that set shapes feel stronger. So just think about it when you're framing up your picture, is just move around until you get it exactly as you want it. Oh, Stu, perfect. Love that. Can everyone see that? That is exactly what we were looking for. That's really abstract as well, because you kind of really have to think about what it is before you see it. But we've got some really interesting shapes going on there. You've got the converging lines creating triangles. You've got that really interesting, is it like a hat shape at the end? Like some kind of weird hat. And then all the rectangles as well. That's probably one of my favourites, actually.
Got one for Sally here.
Ooh. How do I get to that?
Emails.
Emails, thank you. Sorry, Sally, your last one did do negative shape, but it also did triangles as well. These do pretty much all, apart from the different shapes, overlap, so it's really interesting. I can't even work out what it is, but it's, yeah, I really like it. You've got that gorgeous kind of oval in the negative space. Is that giraffe from last week? I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting in on this.
That's their Facebook.
Facebook, okay.
Very soon, yeah.
Yes, Zoe, that's it. That's exactly what we were looking for. So I don't know if anyone followed that, but Zoe did a lovely one before, which worked. It did the job. But I really like this triangle in the negative space. So she's gone back and zoomed in even more. And now that triangle's really, really obvious, and it's even more graphical. And it's drawing attention now to the extra little shapes caused in it by the kind of thing it draws in the background. Love that. That's brilliant. Have I got any more? I feel like I saw more come up. Facebook. Lovely. Yeah, that's really nice. Just creating a triangle out of 3 rectangles, isn't it? Perfect. And I think we've got one more on the email before we go on to the last task. I've got lost emails. Where are emails? There we go. So for those of you who haven't been up yet, we put our favourite 3 from last week on our website. So if you go to rolfandco.com/live, you've got our 3 winners from last week up on there. Lovely, yeah. And you're creating lots of shapes in the negative space there. Your choice, I don't know whether it's a choice or where it was originally, but to have that on a simple background draws attention to those shapes even more. Because if you had something distracting behind it, I don't think you'd see the negative space as well. So keeping it simple was a good decision on that one, Sally. I think I've got everyone's there. Does that sound about right? Okay. Right, so go back to... Sorry, there's so many then, thank you. That was absolutely amazing. Really appreciate everyone putting so much effort in then. It's great. Right then, so next one. The last task before we let you go away and do it yourselves and get even more done. So 2 different shapes in one image. So I think we've definitely established simple is better. Think about cropping in, think about going in closer and making a decision about what your image is going to look like. And just squaring those things up and get that shape perfect before you press the shutter. So you don't have to take loads and just get it right before you take it. So we're looking for just two different shapes in one image. So we don't want more, we want 2. So we've had lots where we've had loads and loads of different shapes. I'm going to come back and show you Jen's from before because I just realised we didn't look at that. I'm going to put the inspiration up on screen as well for you. So here we go, we're looking for 2 different shapes in there. That is loads now I've said that. That's fine, let's create one with 2 in. One sec.
Can you zoom in on that one?
But with this one, we've got a star and a triangle are the 2 main shapes on that. But obviously there is more in there as well. There we go, loads coming in. We're going to look at it.
Where's got 2 on?
They're 2 the same. Jen did this one for triangles before, which is a really good example.
It's a square too.
It's a square and 2 triangles, fair enough. I take it back. Right then. Oh. Love that, Stu. I can't even work out. I mean, there's a folded pack of crisps, but aside from that, I can't work out what you've done. But circle and triangle, that's lovely. Great use of shape.
You said of what? Here as
well. What else have we got coming? Somebody else sent one. Who else sent one? I've lost track.
Stu sent 2. It's fine.
So again, hopefully those of you who are listening along or watching along and can't interact live, or if you are able to interact live and you're comparing them amongst yourselves, that's amazing. We do appreciate you doing it as well. I know we can't show them straight away, but on Tuesday, 11 AM, we're going to do a recap. We're going to just go back over what we felt worked best, talk about that, look at your images. So we're going to do a little slideshow of all of them and pick our favourites. So we're probably going to pick 4 favourites from this. So probably do a circle, a triangle, a negative space and one with 2 shapes in. Well, yeah, use a little bit of creative license in that and pick our favourites. And then what we're going to do as well is answer some questions. So if anyone's got any questions to ask us about anything really before Tuesday, send them across as well, and we'll put them together for you. Right, Have we got them coming in? Shh, not that. I think these are all coming through on the one app, aren't they? I'm confusing myself.
Yeah, they put Instagram coming through on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or she's gone. I don't know.
There we go. We've got an email come in. Let's have a look. Oh, lovely, George. Approved. Come on. So George has sent this. We've got I really like that, George. Perfect. So all we've got, very simply, rectangles and circles. That's absolutely perfect. That's your best one yet, George. And Sally, you've sent one in here as well, haven't you? Let me try and find that. I feel like I'm spending my whole time looking down at this. Sorry, guys. Oh, lovely. Yes, absolutely. Squares and circles. Really nice. Yeah, I know. Instagram's going mad. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, lovely. So we've got circle and a rectangle from Dom there. And again, another circle and a rectangle. That's really good because, again, you're listening to me. That choice of... She doesn't listen to me very often, sister-in-law. That choice to crop in, to strengthen those shapes is really, really good. And that's what's making those images work best for me. Oh, somebody's getting clever. So we have a triangle and a circle there. Love that. Again, very clever triangle and a circle at the bottom there. Quite abstract again, but it's that choice, that decision to have just those shapes in there that's what's making that last one work. That's one of my favourites. Really like that. Emma, what have we sent? Oh, nice. That's brilliant, Emma. Well done. What else have we got? We've got a circle and a heart there. No. Coming in fast. Oh, that's lovely, though. Good decision making again. Is by cropping out any of the distractions, we've got a really nice image with lots of shapes in it. Oh, every time I click on them, they move.
Not sure about these, but there's one. That one, but I don't know about these.
Okay. That's lovely. Very clever. Again, I talked about Lee Friedlander before. It's something he'd do using his reflection. So using your phone's reflection as a rectangle in the circle of the bin lid, I guess. It's brilliant. That's really nice use of shape. And yeah, we've got several circles in the square of the candle on the tile there, which is really nice. That does that perfectly. Sorry, yeah. Every time I click on Facebook, all the messages kind of rearrange and I end up clicking on the wrong one. I'm not sure whose I've clicked on here. Apologies if I missed any, guys. We will go back through these this week and get them ready for Tuesday so you can all see what a great job everyone's done, because there's some really lovely photos coming in here. And I can see as we've gone through today, these have got better and better as well. Everyone's kind of changed the way they're doing it and improved as we've gone on. So I'd be very interested, because I think a couple of the ones from the first set or first two sets could actually be improved very slightly on. So if you want to go back and reshoot them and just slightly improve and do what we've learned as we've gone on, that'd be absolutely amazing. Get them on a Tuesday instead. Right, I think we've covered everyone there. Again, apologise if I've missed any. Is there any on emails?
Yeah. Just one from Sally.
Last one. I know I've taken even longer than last week this week, so apologies for keeping you all hanging around. Lovely. Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, come on. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Right, well, thank you very, very much, everyone, for making so much effort, because there's so many good pictures there. It's absolutely lovely to see. Right, let's get back onto this. Where are we at? So, the homework's pretty simple. You're just going to keep doing what you've just been doing. We want to see some more images. And as I said, improve on what you did. So I think right at the end there, we got it perfect. Those last ones in particular were absolutely amazing. Just that simplicity seemed to kind of help with the shape a lot. So go away and try to create, using all of the theories we just discussed, your best image with shapes in them that you've created. So we will pick the best three. It could be from what we've seen already, or it could be afterwards. So go through, have another go, reshoot some of them, see if you can improve on them. You can always make it better, so have another go. Get them sent across the same channels you've been using to send them are perfect, and we'll have a look through them on Tuesday then as well. Is that the last slide? No, there we go. So yeah, before we finish, has anyone got any questions? Is there anything anyone's not understood or want us to go back through that we can help with? I've not asked you to talk for a while, you've been getting you running around. So talk to me now. So to summarise what we've just done, we did circles in images, triangles in images, using negative space, so using the space outside the subject to create shape, and then multiple shapes in one image. So we've created lots of different ones, and the challenge is to go away and create different ones. So do them again, make them better. How has everyone found that? Has everyone understood and got on with what we've done? So hopefully I've not bored anyone too much. I've tried to keep it as much about running around and being interactive and less about me talking to you. So hopefully you've learned as you've gone rather than you've learned from me telling you what to do. What are you doing with the homework ones from last time? So Dom, there is a video. I haven't posted that anywhere, have I? I will post, did I? I think it's on the group, Dom. I will have a look and make sure. But I can also post it on our Instagram feed as well, then, so you can see it. But I'm pretty sure it's on the Facebook group. If anyone's not a member of that, go on the Photography Club on Facebook. It is on our Facebook page, Rolf and Co Photography. But yeah, what I'll do is with the new ones, the homework, again, we'll do the same thing. We'll put a video together that you can watch back and have a look with everyone's on. But yeah, the best ones are going on the gallery on the website, because otherwise we'll end up with a few too many, I think. Right, any questions before we finish? Don't worry, Emma, I think everybody's improved. Like, you can definitely see as we've gone through that the pictures have got better and better and better. Homework this time is to carry on what we've been doing throughout the whole lesson. So you're going to go away using any of the theories. I don't mind what you're using. It's not like we need to demonstrate each of the colours like last week. We're just using those theories to create the best possible image. And you're welcome to submit as many as you like. We'll look at every single one and we'll get them up into the video and then pick our favourites for next week. I'm probably going to pick one from each of the little sets we did today, but open to adding more or less depending on what we like. Yeah, it's really great to be able to keep watching how everyone's improving as we're going through. Yeah, so for the homework, email us them, send them via Instagram direct, post them on your Instagram story, and please tag us, because that obviously helps us get the word out. Message them on Facebook, post them in the Facebook group. Facebook group's great if people could post them in there as well as the others, because that's going to everybody else can see them and everyone can look at them together. love to create a little discussion around them as well. If anyone wants to talk about it a little bit more, we'd love to keep that going in between lessons so that we can have a bit of a community going on, which would be really nice. I know this sounds really cheesy, but subscribe subscribe to us on YouTube so you can get notifications of when we post, because we'll do abridged ones, we'll post the videos on there. And obviously like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, all the obvious things, and support all your local businesses while you're at it as well. I think we've got everyone there and everyone's sorted. A big thank you to you all for giving me a good excuse to put a shirt on and do my hair this morning. It's great to not be sitting in pyjamas for once. I hope everyone's keeping busy, and thank you for joining us, and we will see you Tuesday at 11 a.m. to go back through these. Goodbye. I don't know how to end this. I keep forgetting. Hang on. Thank you very much. See you Tuesday.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.